Peter Pan, that's what they call me. I promise that you never be lonely.
Hello, this is Darth Blink, and today we are doing Ultrasaber versus Sabermach. Here in front of you now, I have the Black Burn Sabermach lightsaber, and I also have a typical Ultrasaber. I believe this is the Apprentice LE or something along that nature. And we are going to be comparing these two specifically because they are the ones that are closest in features that I have for the same price range. And you'll see quickly how little of a difference that makes. So here's something you guys probably have never seen, or if you have, you haven't seen it often. This is a Sabermach Blackburn lightsaber. It has a leather strap. You can get this weathered or in its traditional setting, but one thing about this Blackburn from Sabermach is it is made out of aircraft grade aluminum. It is much lighter than your typical Ultrasaber hilts, and lighter doesn't mean less quality. To me, it means better spinability if that's what you're going for. It comes with a cover tack wheel standard right there. And the internals are not on one specific board, meaning that in order for you don't take any internals out. It comes as it is. There is no AV switch. It's got a click switch here. I'm not going to click it now because we're not turning it on currently, but it's not an AV switch. So it is rated for light to medium dueling, and it's great for spinning one-handed. Specifically one-handed, this is a perfect one-handed lightsaber. It feels and looks like as though it has came right out of a lightsaber or a Star Wars movie or TV show, depending on what you prefer. Let's jump over to the Ultrasaber. This is heavier and bigger for one or two-handed. The Sabermach specifically comes with light and sound. You can get this without, but for the price you're paying, which is around $100 for just this, if you already have your blades, you're great. $100, give or take, depending on cells or average, you can walk out with this saber. This saber does come with RGB, and it comes with sound with 3 sound fonts. I got this saber out of a Ultrasaber mystery box. This is, like I said, it's either the Sentinel LE or it's the Apprentice LE. I forget exactly which model this is. You can see it's silver and black, much like the other one. It's heavier. It does have the light soundboard here, and it has tri-cree red LED. So it's got 3 red LEDs out of the top emitter here. This one does come with a standard AV switch, not lit, just a normal standard AV switch, and it is longer and heavier than your Sabermach lightsaber. I want to get into things here. For if you were to purchase this saber with its current setup, without getting it from a mystery box, you would be paying over $200. I don't know, 70 to 80 bucks for this hilt. For a light soundboard, that's going to bump you up to almost $200, and then a tri-cree LED is going to increase it as well. So we're going to say on a good day $200, which you could literally get 2 of these. Now, the delivery time on the Sabermachs is insane right now, but given the current circumstances of the world, all lightsaber deliveries are kind of insane. So we are going to do a light-to-light, sound-by-sound comparison of the Sabermach Blackburn and a Ultrasaber light soundboard tri-cree LED. So, like I said, if you were to purchase this with its current configuration for the Ultrasaber, you're spending about $200. This out the door for about $100. They are both made out of aircraft grade 3 aluminum. Now the Ultrasaber is rated for medium or hard. You could do some hard dueling with Ultrasaber. But when I say medium grade dueling, I mean sparring is good as long as you're not going full force. If you are going full force, then you might want to go ahead and go with an Ultrasaber. But if you're getting into the lightsaber collection community for spinning, light dueling, and or medium dueling, basically meaning that if you hit hard enough to snap a medium grade blade in half, it might be too hard for this. If you're swinging hard enough to break a medium blade, 1-inch diameter lightsaber blade, which by the way, both of these take the same 1-inch diameter lightsaber blades, so it is interchangeable with any of your previous blades that you have. So let's go on and do a light and sound comparison, shall we? You can see the red. It's a tri-cree. It makes this whole room glow red. There is no flash on clash, but with a tri-cree from Ultrasaber, you will not get a flash on clash. It gives you a brighter, more intense color of the color in which you have chosen. This, like I said, came from a grab bag. Now I'm going to turn this off, and then we're going to turn on the Sabermach saber. You can hear it's not quite as loud. Is it good enough? It is. But this one has flash on clash. It's got blaster blocks. Granted, it's only one sound, but I'd rather have it than not have it. It's got flash on clash. Oops. And to do that, you hit this twice. Alright. Now, we'll say the swing is very sensitive. Listen. It doesn't take much to activate the swing sounds on this one. But what makes this saber so unique? There's a few things. What you're getting for $100. Change the sound font. So it comes with that first sound font you heard. It comes with this one. This one's a little more gritty, a little more dirty. I kind of like this one better. It makes it sound a little more intimidating. But this one is so light, I could swing this one full force and stop it on a dime. It definitely is better for swinging, without a doubt. Now let me show you. Do you hear that one? Sounds like you're swinging like a sword, and it's got an interesting hum. And then it has muted mode, silent mode, which is what I'm going to keep it in for now. So it comes with those 3 sound fonts plus a silent mode, like you're hearing now, which is nothing. But what makes this saber so unique for $100? Tap it 3 times. It's a little finicky to get the color changes, but if you can get it to change, there we go. Look at that. An orange. I think that's what it is. There we go. And now we're at a red. I'm going to keep it here for the next part of the video. And that is to show you, this is how bright the red is on the Blackburn. If you're just to do a light comparison of the tri-cree from Ultrasaber. So this is, does this appear to be bright enough to you? Is this good enough for what you want to use it for? To me, I'm going to say yes. But let's do a side-by-side comparison, shall we? Here we go. This is a Tricree LED versus Sabermach's, or this is, yeah, the Trio, the Trio Red versus the Sabermach's RGB in red as well. Sounds. Let's do a quick sound off and on. Oops, change the sound font, hold on. Here we go. And now I'm going to power this one off first. Honestly, when it comes to volume, they're about the same. This one is more treble. This one's, I will say, the Ultrasaber has more bass. So, you let me know, is Sabermach's lighting source, which is different than Ultrasaber's, their light bulb in here is shaped very differently than it is on the Ultrasaber. Is it comparable? Is it good enough to use from a Trio Red Cree to the RGB Red? You let me know down below. Is the sound quality good enough? Is the blade color brightness good enough? All right. All right. Now that we are back in the silence, I have to ask you this. Ultrasaber used to be king, one of the best places for newbies to get lightsabers, without fail. But they're falling behind, in my personal opinion. The quality is decent, but the features you get is uncomparable from other companies currently. Seriously, $100, you get a cover tack wheel, you get RGB lighting, you get sound font with 3+ mute for $100 from Sabermach. It's unbelievable in comparison to $200 light soundboard, one sound font, and just one color palette. It's almost uncomparable. This one is rechargeable. It comes with a charger. You plug it in, charge it for 45 minutes, and depending on the color and the intensity of use, you get, between 2 and 3 hours of combat use between charges. To me, that's perfect. Go out, do some spins, take it home, throw it on the charger. Never have to worry about battery replacements. I have spin with this one, and I have to tell you, spinning with a lighter lightsaber, one that's still made with aircraft grade aluminum and can be used for dueling, feels better in your hand. It does, because instead of lugging around this weighted beast, which this is not even one of their heavy lightsabers, to be honest. This is what I would consider like a medium heavy or medium lightsaber from Ultrasaber. But that yet again, heavy grade versus mid grade dueling capability. Which one, like I said, if you're swinging hard enough to crack a medium grade blade in half, then that's too hard for this, from what they say on the website. If you are swinging light enough, that's pretty hard for me. You know what I mean? Literally, it's, and yet it can take it all day, and that's swinging harder than I would be comfortable swinging against an opponent who wasn't wearing body armor. because that would be hard enough to actually cause them bruises as well as physical pain. So ask yourself this. I will say Ultrasaber has more saber hilt designs. Does that mean that they're better quality? It does not. It just means that there's more options to be had. But if you're in the market looking for a new lightsaber, I have to ask you, are you going to Ultrasaber because it's the most popular? Or does it have the features you want? Or is it because it's the only place you know about? Because if that's the case, you need to do some research. There's many other saber companies. This one is new on the market in comparison to some of the other saber companies. They don't produce as many types of sabers, but what they do produce is good quality, and it's worth the value. You are getting value. I feel, even though I got this one out of a mystery box, I feel like I've gotten more value out of this one, even though I paid 25 more bucks for it than I did from the mystery box from this one. But just because it is multi-use. Look at that. Look at that beautiful, beautiful shade of blue. Do you see that? Let's run through the color palettes, okay? Boom. Boom. Okay, I haven't quite mastered the changing of the colors. But once you get it to a color you want, it's fine. This is what they consider their violet, their purple. I like this shade as well. It is a true purple. In my opinion, although I'm like literally blind in my left eye and 95% in my right eye. But to me, this looks like a purple. It may not to you. But yes, so you are getting value, and you can get lightsaber blades as well, but if you want to get it delivered cheaper to you, just get the hilt and use your Ultrasaber lightsaber blades. I purchased both of these lightsabers on my own. And let's see here. Actually, you know what? Now that I've changed the colors, I'm going to meet this one, or try to. Let me see here. Red versus purple. Is this still bright enough? Is it still good enough to be used? I'm going to turn it off and back on. Tell me. Oops. Is that still bright enough to be used? To me, it is. If you're outside at night streaming, this is plenty bright enough. This one is brighter. I will give it that. But I guarantee you, if I was using a single LED instead of 3 versus this, it would be on par. All right. This has been Darth Blint. And may your chains be broken. Don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe for your chance to influence this channel. If you like Star Wars content, if you like birdie content, if you like to see weight loss videos, if you just want to be my friend, this is a blind guy's journey, nerdy blind guy journey. I love Star Wars, I love animals, and I love, trying to improve myself. And I'm doing that with weight loss. And you can help me with that, and you can be a part of it. And I'm glad to have you here. Thank you for being here. So this is Darth Blint. Darth Blint out.
This ain't over.